Hello and welcome to the Veteran Car Run from London to Brighton, where, as you can see, we're going to be first off, and that's why I'm pushing this 1899 Wolseley to the very front of the pack here. Morning all. Are getting ready for the London to Brighton Veteran Car Run in this fabulous machine. It is a long way down there when you've got 3.5 horsepower, and this is where it all begins, just past 6 a.m. underneath the Copthorne Tara Hotel in the middle of Kensington. The British Motor Museum are using this one because of its proximity to the start of the run, which is in Hyde Park. There's some pretty impressive metal down here. This is probably the oldest thing I've ever driven by 50 years or so. The British Motor Museum have brought a lineup of this stuff. Look, a 60-mile plus trip to all the way to the seafront in Brighton if we make it, and there's no guarantee that we actually will make it. There are people that really don't.
I've been invited by the British Motor Museum alongside motoring journalist Charlotte Vowden to drive a 125-year-old car from London to Brighton in the London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. This run celebrates the moment in 1896 that cars no longer needed to be escorted by someone with a red flag walking in front of them, effectively abating their pace. Also celebrated this year is an automotive contest at the time, the 1,000-mile trial, of which the car I happen to be driving is a previous victor. We've therefore been given the honour of going off first of over 400 entries, trying to get from Hyde Park Corner down to Madeira Drive in Brighton. We're going to do our absolute best to get this machine with archaic oil systems, water systems, and pretty much everything else, powering its single cylinder all the way down to Britain's south coast.
It is a car that is over 100 years old, single cylinder. We've got a princely 3.5 horsepower, the half becoming important at that kind of level of power, making us one of the more powerful cars in the event. So it's going to be fun. Tiller steering, as you can see, like a rudder on top of it. And yeah, that's the whole sled. So oldest car I've ever driven, least powerful car I think I've ever driven, but it should be fun. And I can feel that it's almost stopped raining, which is a bonus. This run marks the year when cars no longer had to run with a man holding a red flag in front of them, and a bunch of nutters decided at the time they were going to drive from London to Brighton in their petrol-powered cars, and they just kept going for years and years and years until now, in 2025, when they still do the same route in the same cars. And here we go. Look, check this out. Oh, pedestrians. Honestly, 20 miles an hour has never felt so fast. This is very fast. Look, my sat-nav has had enough. So there we go. Right, on with the show. Coming through Vauxhall. It's turning into a lovely morning. We're still doing fine. The machine functions perfectly. The driver is deft at hand.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. We're getting there, I think.
We're getting there slowly.
Yeah, but we will feel part of this machine, whether we like it or not, by the time we reach
I think
Brighton.
you're going to have melted into it.
Yes.
Believe it or not, before we leave Brighton. So, absolute carnage this. What we're doing currently is trying to follow this gentleman who we believe is on the same route as us. And put it this way, at least if we get lost, we're lost together.
And it's really surprising how much relief the sight of a green light ahead of me.
Oh my God!
When
When you've got no brakes, the green light is your friend. I can tell you that.
It's a joyous thing to see. But we haven't got our goggles on, so I think
We should put our goggles on, really. Yeah. Look at it go, look! Madness! Look at it go! The limited slip dip in it! Drive shaft like a Arnold Schwarzenegger's arm. So halfway house with the British Motor Museum doing their bit on the car to get it ready to go the rest of the distance. We, at this point, get some breakfast. I am steaming. It rained super hard out of London. I'm super cold and wet, but that was kind of good fun. It's pretty hectic actually. Getting it out of London, all at it's like. You feel flat out at 20 miles an hour, but it feels wild, like being on board the thing. And actually, once you get out of London onto the bigger roads, it's much better. Car is running beautifully, actually. No matter what we throw at it, tough bits, slowing it down on the downhills. So effectively, you're working only with the engine, more or less. Put it in a low gear, let the engine brake and slow it down, and then we've seen a couple of marshals, or our follow cars have seen a couple of marshals when we go up the hill, sort of go to try and help us pushing from behind and then think better of it. So you haven't needed to push yet, but if you don't get it in a really low gear and use all princely 3.5 horsepower to get it up the hills, then you're in trouble as well. Handling's great, but yeah, we're rocking and rolling, and all's well so far. Looking forward to getting now back out on the road. We're going to wrap up warm again. Get ready to go. 3, 4, go! On the road again. We're now on a dual carriageway. Look at these. Still getting passed by pensioners everywhere. This car, we were told, isn't this lovely? We were told halfway through the run, didn't finish last year. No pressure. So, yes, I'm very happy with the progress. Yeah. And look at the sun. Glorious.
We refueled and looked at the fry up on the way.
Glorious. This is monumentally eccentric still. Is upon us. We've completed that.
We've got a stampy thing.
Oh, we got a stampy thing. What? Yeah, I think so. We got a stampy thing for what that's worth, and so we now continue towards the south coast with a stampy thing well at hand, and there are still people beating us on penny farthing. This is wild. Well south of Gatwick now. And it's funny, it doesn't get much less busy. Still lovely weather, still making good progress. The car is performing beautifully. I reckon, how long do you reckon we got to go? An hour and a bit, yeah, a couple of hours to go. Starting to enjoy it much more. It was a bit miserable in London, I'll be honest. It was hard work. But this is really good fun.
Look at these people, I'm going to turn the camera around.
It's just slowing down.
Look at that! Woo!
So we're on the side of the road.
Woohoo! It had to happen.
It had to happen. So close. So I think I've just fixed it.
Like a god.
So what just happened is this belt here has shredded and come undone. I think we should call them. So we're going to call the motor museum, tell them the belt's shredded and hanging, but I've managed to put it back on and see what they say. We've decided to await the cavalry because I don't want to be the bloke who kept going with a slack belt hanging underneath the car and then damaged something else. So while I'm here, would you like to see some of the stuff which is passing us?
The seafront and the pier, which means we are very, very near the finish. Wow. Wow.
Negotiating our way.
Yeah. And now we've got another hill.
Oh, more hills to go,
We're supposed down to the finish.
Both hills.
City centre and seafront.
It's cool. You get that sort of end of an expedition kind of sense from it.
Euphoria.
Yeah, that like, we've made it, euphoria.
But when we try and get off the car, because when we got to the halfway point, I literally could not walk.
No.
So I'd be interested to see how my legs fare.
Oh, I have Rotax fingers, what I call Rotax fingers, where you've been through the cold air with the firm grip.
Left hand down.
Left hand down?
Yeah.
My hands are absolutely finished. So intrepid travellers have arrived, as you can see, Brighton Pier. What an experience that was. We saw every single bit of that event. I wouldn't have had it any other way. Bit of rain in London, the madness of the start, going off absolutely first, which was an honour. It's quite impressive, especially up the hills, where you kind of like, you look at this like incline in front of you and you're doing your sort of 15 miles an hour and you think, that will never go up there. Drop it a couple of cogs, you know, crash it through a couple of gears, and up they go. Mega fun. Thank you so much to the British Motor Museum, giving me the opportunity to do an event which I didn't know anything about. Extremely random invitation through my friend Charlotte Vowden, and yeah, man, I'm just delighted to have done it and made it here, and experienced the oldest car I've ever driven, one of the oldest cars in this event, and yeah, all 60 miles complete. Crazy stuff.